think she just said happy 4th of July. Thank you. The other eagle, native to Colorado and most of the United States, in the western half. It is my turn to talk. We've talked about this. Now that sounds really good on the marker. The golden eagle. That's why she's mad we're not talking about her. Golden eagles. These are the big brown eagles. They are mammal hunters. They have beautiful platinum, almost Marilyn Monroe golden feathers on the top of their head and the back of their neck. On average, both eagle species are the same size. They weigh about the same, male, female. They have about the same wingspan. Bald eagles have big beaks and small feet because their feet are designed for catching fish. Golden eagles, quiet. Golden eagles have small beaks and larger foot spans because they are designed for catching mammals. You know, early Chaucerian English, it refers to a white on the face or the head, and it is most commonly used to refer to an animal. So think of like a bald-faced calf, a bald horse. The old name for the drake, American widgeon, the nickname, the male widgeon duck, was the bald pate because it has a big white stripe going straight up the middle of its head. Nowadays, bald means something completely different, but historically it meant white. When the British first came to this country in the late 1500s, they had never seen this eagle before, so they named it the bald eagle. A perfectly sensible name. The bald young bald eagle flying around, she's a little warm. Before the 4th of July, I've seen them now get blown out of their nest or be ready to go a little bit out. Be quiet. A little bit after Mother's Day. So you just never know. So one of the other interesting things about our national symbol, they were taken off the endangered species list in 2007. We have a ton of bald eagles here in Colorado. Colorado Parks and Wildlife has been studying how they're using the Front Range corridor, specifically really, Fort Collins down to Pueblo for the last few years. So in 1980, there was literally one nest in the Front Range, and it was one at Barley. All the other known bald eagle nests, I say all, 8. There were 9 known pairs of bald eagles in the entire state of Colorado in 1980. All of them were on the western slope, except for the one here. Nests that may not be active in a particular year, but with new pairs forming all the time, and pairs getting together and fixing and flipping, so to speak, or refurbishing an old nest. There are easily 350 known nest locations, but probably only about 320 to 330 are active in any given year. So the fun thing about the bald eagles that live here in Colorado is that for the most part, especially the birds along the Front Range corridor, they are non-migratory. Her African cousin, the African fish eagle, Haliaetus vocifer, white all the way down here. When they do that talk, especially the males and females together, they throw their heads back high so much that literally the top of the head, okay, we're not going to cooperate today, reaches the back. Patrick going further all the way down like this. I'm going to just from getting that. You were finally quiet, and then I start talking again, and now you're loud. Anyway, so 7-foot wingspan, 12.5 to 13 pounds year-round. A male is going to be 7 to 9. The birds in Alaska are going to be bigger. So a really big female bald eagle in Alaska can be 15 or 16 pounds and have an 8-foot wingspan. So just about a foot bigger or so in her. Okay, 5-minute American history lesson.
Oh, no.
Can anybody tell me, maybe people that have not been here before, what year the bald eagle became the national symbol, not the national bird? That just happened last year. What year the bald eagle became associated with the United States of America, became our symbol. Raise a hand. Anybody want to guess? Not the Google crowd. Anybody want to guess? Okay, well, I will tell you in a minute. Let's go back to July 4th, 1776, okay? We remember the Declaration of Independence, but something else happened that day. Basically, we declared war on Great Britain, and the newly formed Continental Congress went to Washington, Jefferson, Adams, and Franklin. Washington was already in the field, he was busy, and said, okay, we need money. You guys have been talking about the French and the Dutch and all these connections. If we're going to go abroad and beg for loans, we need to look like a real country and not this ragtag gang of 13 colonies. We need diplomatic documents. We need a symbol for our country, the Great Seal. So think about when the president speaks and the Great Seal, that image on the podium. Okay, the bald eagle with the chevron version of the flag, holding a cluster of 13 arrows in its left foot and one olive branch with 13 leaves in its right foot, all to symbolize the 13 colonies. We did not get that design. It wound up taking 3 committees comprised of 14 men, 6 years, basically the entire dang war, to come up with the design that we know of today. So we celebrate Bald Eagle Day on June 20th, 1782, because that is the day that the Continental Congress accepted the final design. And the final design was actually done by the Secretary of the Continental Congress, Charles Thomson, who said, this is ridiculous. We have got to get going here. And he had switched the golden eagle or the brown eagle, which had been used by, Napoleon, Roman emperors, Russian Tsars, Alexander the Great, the traditional brown-browed eagle. He went, aha, no, we've got this white-headed American fool flying around here. He switched it to the bald eagle, all of the fancy red coats. Anyway, the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act, 1940, finally, for the most part, eliminated the ability to shoot, get a bounty on a pair of eagle feet, and take them out of the wild, etc., etc., etc. So we now have in North America about 300,000 bald eagles, give or take. They're doing very, very well.
Thank you for watching our Raptor videos. Please subscribe to our channel by clicking on our logo on the lower right side of the screen. Your comments are welcome. They help us improve your Raptor encounters.